all means. We're on now. You can do it again. Want to do it again? A sharp, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. That's A sharp. The tone for the day, for the Wheel of Fortune. Okay.
How do we bring you up on a big thing here, Dave? How do we bring it up, make it bigger there?
Okay.
Hi.
I'm not even sure, huh?
I don't know.
Because theoretically it's supposed to show up on here.
Theoretically, it always has in the past.
There, yeah. Just click it.
Yeah, I tried that a couple of times. Okay.
So we're on. All right.
We're on.
Well,
there we
I'm
are.
gonna turn that down.
That's what I'm doing.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
There we go.
Where's my book that's identical to your book? Here it is.
But different.
But different.
It's identical but different.
Oh, a little warm today.
A little warm today.
Whew.
Indeed. Hi, Casey.
We're excited to be doing the Wheel of Fortune Pathworking on a new moon.
Yes.
And
very excited.
We'll see if we can be meditating, or at least in temple by then. So we got 15 minutes to chat.
Wow.
Or
Cool.
not.
Yeah. Well, we could probably fill 15 minutes.
Sometimes we go over ourselves.
Sometimes we go over ourselves.
Get over ourselves.
Get over ourselves. Sure. Okay. Hey, Casey. We get over ourselves? Okay. So, here we are. We are doing the 21st path.
Yes, thank you. Go take it away.
The path of Kaph. K-A-P-H or C-A-P-H.
Kaph.
Kaph. Which means fist.
A fist.
A fist. It's represented by a fist. Yes. But not a punchy fist. Not a punchy fist.
A grasping.
A grasping fist. Yes. And
Power fist.
yeah, power fist. And I don't know why this crazy book here says palm of the hand. I don't think that doesn't sound right to me. But yeah.
Make up your mind. I don't know the difference. There's a big difference, it seems to me.
It is. There is a big difference. So it's a fist. It means closure, completion, like in hand sign language. You can go like that and mean close it off.
Closed.
Yep. But the path of Kaph is the Wheel of Fortune. Yes. Which is relates to cyclical patterns. We have an exploring cat here.
We'll just let the cat continue until it creates a disaster.
Yeah.
Until he creates a disaster.
So
let him go for it.
Introduce yourself,
Get comfy
Casey.
there, Casey.
Well, it's this big
around.
pillow here, I think, that he's taking exception to. There we go. In the way. Oh, now we've just
I wasn't
disrupted
anywhere
everything.
near him.
Just disrupted everything.
He's fast budget.
He is.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all I'm going to say right now.
Is it? Because you were studying up. I thought maybe
Well,
you might want to go on and on.
No, because I don't want to ruin your. You've got a flow you like to do. These
Okay,
things,
well,
so.
I'm not all sure about my flow today.
Okay.
So I don't know if I should tell the secrets.
Tell all the secrets.
Oh, I'll just out with it.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Oh, well.
Secret of what?
Well, okay, path color, there's the basics. Path Kaph, Wheel of Fortune, the 21st path, and the 10th tarot key.
Yes.
Color, violet. Related sound, A sharp, which you started us in on.
We can do that again.
Oh, sure.
Just because we've got it here.
We want to get that on the brain. Seems calming somehow.
Hmm.
Fist, riches, double letter with meanings of riches and poverty.
Yes.
Esoteric title, the Lord of the Forces of Life. Holy moly, that sounds
The circle of life.
Forces of life, circle of life, circle of life. The 21st path, try not to lisp. Okay. The 21st path is the intelligence of conciliation. It is so called because it receives the divine influence which flows into it from its benediction upon all and each existence. Whoa.
Wow.
All existence.
Yeah. That's big.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
What we see here is the path from on the active Chokma male pillar.
Pillar of mercy.
Pillar of mercy, looking at the tree of life on the right, wearing the tree of life, backing into the tree of life. It's on the left, on the body's left.
Mm-hmm.
So between Hesed, Jupiter, and Venus, Netzach.
You show on your...
Shall I just go get it and show it? Because I always do.
Show it.
Let's not break up the pattern.
That's right. This is no time to break up the pattern.
So of course, you know, one day maybe I'll figure out how to have a mirror and change all this around. But anyway, so backwards, Jupiter, the blue sphere here, Hesed, the male pillar, the active pillar, the pillar of mercy. Jupiter is known as mercy itself.
Yes.
And then here's that violet path. That's this one from Jupiter to Venus, Netzach. Boom.
Which is victory.
Which is victory. There we are. And you know, it's interesting in that it's the one tarot card, which is we'll look at the cards soon that we have chosen, but examples. But it's in effect, it's what is a wheel? A wheel is like a very basic machine.
Yes.
And it's the only tarot card that's showing that it's really dealing with not a type of human interaction or a mood or illustrating kind of these kind of characteristics of human life. It's showing this machine, this object.
Yes.
So in that regard, it's pretty unique.
And we're back again to Ezekiel's wheel.
We're back to Ezekiel's wheels within the wheels. But just to kind of blow it, oftentimes, especially even without a lot of discussion about the path, when I've done this path working with other people, many times people get visions, images, ideas of like the solar system or like kind of planets in their motion,
Mm-hmm.
or outer space, or
Mm-hmm.
that level of being, that level of reality, that it's somehow this path, this conciliation is really about the mechanics of creation.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, anything like that, it's going to be micro, macro, or as above, so below. So, so not only are there cycles and mechanics in creation on a level of solar systems and galaxies and that sort of level. I mean, it's almost the idea that things are in their motion, each planet in our solar system in its unique position, or like our planet has this unusual tilt that brings the seasons and the moon, but it's like clockwork, and it supports life. So just kind of getting away from it. But so what's on the smaller scale? And on the smaller scale, then we know that sort of atoms and tiny things also have these same kind of motions and patterns to them. And so we can also assume that in the in-between level, which is like usins in our perceptions, daily perceptions, that this is about cycles in life as well.
Cycles in the universe and cycles in life.
The cycles in the universe and cycles in life.
It says here the wheel of birth, death, and rebirth.
That's another wheel.
That's another wheel. Yes.
Birth, death, and rebirth wheel. Now I got a lot of them here. Holy moly! Oh yeah. Well, we'll just go through them because when you're meditating, we want to try. If that's one way to path work is to meditate on the tarot, a related tarot image.
Oh. And some of these, this is what I found interesting, was that the ones that have the spokes, there are different numbers of spokes in different wheels. And like, for instance, the 12 spokes represent the signs of the zodiac. And Crowley uses 10 spokes to symbolize the totality of the Sephiroth.
The 10 Sephiroth?
Yes. And Waite has a different system and uses 8 spokes, which is a bit complicated.
Well, you know what? Let's look at 8 spokes in a much more simpler way as the Wiccan Sabbats.
Yes. Okay, so there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's much easier than what Waite
exaggerated
regarding the magical ritual of the Sanctum Regnum.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I'll go with the 8 Sabbats.
And he's talking about the wheel of Ezekiel and stuff.
All right.
So it goes on and on.
Yeah, on and on.
So you will see different numbers of spokes on different wheels.
Spokes. The wheel. This one?
That is
the crystal?
That's the crystal tarot. It's
lovely. It just shows this wheel mounted on like a thing so it can spin on with the armed sphinx atop. Definitely a feminine sphinx there. And very cool. Very nice. The whatever that one is.
The wheel is also, which one is that, huh?
Oh, so I've forgotten the name of it. Hermetic. The black and white hermetic shows this big wheel with the letters spelling tarot on it. We have a sphinx head. We have a couple daggers. We have a Jupiter kind of emblem at the bottom. You know, it's a very busy kind of sketch, but really it's pretty simple compared to some of the others in this deck.
They talk a lot about dualities in here too with the cards and the wheels, the wheel within the wheel, and how they can be seen as being interlocked in one another like a gyroscope.
Oh yes.
And turning in different directions. And it's the mediation of activity between rotating opposites. Because you mentioned that was a female sphinx.
Yes.
Well, there's also the male-female aspect.
Yes,
in
as
this,
duality.
As duality in this
Yes,
card.
it's on the which we'll come up against
one of these
in
cards.
Nutsack because it's such a feminine sphere, but it's on the base of the male pillar.
Right.
Here's the Rider-Waite one, and then there's Rider-Waite, and I'll show these two at the same time. I got this Hanson Roberts one too, and they're very similar. But oftentimes, many depictions, you will see those 4 cherubs How's that going to work? That ain't going to work. Pretty obvious in the Rider-Waite deck with the angelic beings in the corners. So we have obviously the bull with wings, the lion with wings, the eagle, and the angel. So these symbolize the fixed signs of the zodiac: Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio, and Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
And you will see them again in many of the cards for the world or universe. When we get there, they have those guys too.
The weight card
just
shows them holding books.
They're all holding books, yes.
And there's some reference to the four Gospels with that.
Mm-hmm.
The lion, the eagle, the man, and the bull, found in the vision of Ezekiel. So we're back to Ezekiel again with his wheel. Can be taken to represent the four evangelists: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And when the cherubim are shown holding books, it means the different aspects of Christ about in which evangelists wrote. So it's kind of interesting, yeah. Which is just another way of saying the four different elements of the path there.
Okay, the Hanson Roberts similarly. Again, the serpent, and now it sort of looks like, I think that's not supposed to be Anubis. I'll have to look in the little book. It's supposed to be, it's showing often Apophis or Set.
Yeah, that's the snake.
The snake?
Yeah.
Is Apophis and the...
But even Anubis is not actually Anubis.
Mm-hmm.
It's Heru Anubis, which is Horus Anubis.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The very mysterious handle deck. It's difficult to see just because of the watercolor, but I will let you know. It's got what seems like a tortoise on it, a serpent, a unicorn. Mm. There is an angel and a large bearded being. You could think of maybe as a god image. There's a lion sort of hidden in there. There's some amanita mushrooms in there. And in the middle of the wheel is a big hand. So here we got that hand. No, it's just, it's all very mysterious. It's not, it's just there.
Yeah, I looked at it when I was bringing them out. It's interesting.
Let's get to Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck. He just calls it Fortune. Of course, it's the Wheel of Fortune. But again, we got, here he's got the baboon, which is associated with Thoth. And it is clearly, though, more like Set or Apophis with the alligator face and then a sphinx. Mm-hmm. But as it's sort of it's shown as spinning and kind of emitting energy. Interesting.
It says in here that at least on the Golden Dawn card, so I'm assuming it probably is similar on the Crowley card. They call it the Plutonian Cynocephalus. It's a dog-faced ape.
Mm-hmm.
But Plutonian.
Okay.
And yes, he's associated with, he's a companion of Thoth, and he symbolizes time and eternity.
All right. We have an interesting one with this old-fashioned Swiss deck. It shows a blindfolded female turning the crank on the wheel, a couple partiers on top, and it looks like everyone's being summarily dumped into the abyss there. It's kind of interesting. So there she's turning the crank, and the happy couple on top doesn't seem to know what they're in for. The other guy is going, gone, and he knows what he's in for.
And she reminds me a lot with that sash across her of the of the world.
Like the dancer
the dancer in the world card.
Woman or hermaphrodite in the world card.
Yes.
She looks very much like that.
Yeah.
And of course, with the blindfold, it's like a association with justice as well.
Right.
Which is the next card for us.
Yeah.
The Wheel of Fortune in Tarot of the Old Path, really kind of interesting. A lot going on. It's like the king or the lord and the courtier and the jester. Ouroboros creating the circle, and in the circle is just like the idyllic happy life, along with an owl. A lot of images around. It's difficult to discern what's going on there. We can get this to focus on it. But it shows like an abundant farm, lush fields, horsemen, dogs, woman around some bounty of fish, the grain, very kind of the Virgo type image of the woman. We broke out the interesting. So like the Egyptian, again, it seems like Set and Apophis are a couple of them. It seems almost depicting more of almost a struggle between, to me, the characters here, with the lance in the hands of the Sphinx, aiming at the it's kind of hard to discern, but the creature coming up, and the bat, kind of lizard guy below, falling off. Cobras, tricky. The kitty cat. I'm sure those mousies have a deeper significance. They got one blindfolded mousie in the bottom, and another one, and the kitty is making the wheel. He's in the wheel, making the wheel turn around. That's its exercise wheel. A cat that would actually use his exercise wheel, so you know it's fantasy.
And the water represents abundance.
And the water is abundance, yes.
That's what it says in the book.
Ooh, wow. This one's high tech with the ape again, I think, for Thoth, and the Sphinx above, and a serpent inside the wheel. The initiatory.
And that's got
really
12
quite
spokes.
Beautiful.
That's got the 12 spokes, representing
this great
signs
tower.
of the zodiac and the turning of the wheel, the years of the wheel. Yeah.
We have the good tarot here. It's just kind of interesting. The sun and the moon, really the stars. I don't know. It's lovely. Anyway. Fortune's wheel, she calls it, rather than the wheel of fortune. And I've been saving the kind of goofiest for last here, because I don't think we need anybody meditating on this imagery. But the Spirit Halloween deck for the Wheel of Fortune has, they label it the Inquisitor, and it's like the Spanish Inquisition torturing somebody strapped to a wheel, and they just get roasted as they go around there. But anyway, so that's when the wheel is not bringing you good things.
This is true.
But
that's just that beats the one with the guys actually falling right off the wheel.
Yeah, at least he's just falling into it.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
There we go. And we did get a couple of acorns out, because the oak is associated with this path in Jupiter. Yes. And also, though, I remembered cedar is associated with Jupiter, which probably smells a lot better than trying to burn an acorn.
All right. And hyssop, too.
Oh, yeah, nice. So I'm going to put a little cedar on there right now.
Okay.
Because we don't do much on incense in the house, but a little cedar won't hurt us. Okay? Okay. Doors open.
Did I get the candle in there okay?
Oh. Except I'll have to trim it, or it'll be... Out of control.
Out of control.
Here, talk to the nice people.
Hi, we're going to have to talk to you for a moment while David trims his wick.
Shh.
Okay, you did that with a flourish. Thank goodness.
Lucky there.
Okay.
Didn't knock everything over or anything.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
images to meditate on and thoughts about the Wheel of Fortune card. So it's a card of cycles and completion and new beginnings, because that's what circles do. They're never stopping. It's the Ouroboros. It's the Sphinx as the connection to sort of the Godhead and the four elements, or the cherubim, or the eagle, the bull, man, and lion. Rawr, lion.
Mm-hmm. Just to a little bit, it's suggesting that the closed hand symbolizes grasping, as in getting it, as in comprehension.
Right.
And it's reminding us too that it says it's one of the gateways to the soul.
Mm-hmm.
And when it talks of riches and poverty, these are not of this earth. It speaks of the riches and poverty of the soul.
Did you show them all the different symbols?
I didn't hold the book up yet.
No.
So let's do that. That's where it is on the Tree of Life again. That's what the letter looks like. And of course, remember to turn it around. So it's sort of like a U with the open part facing to the left. And then the fist and the Jupiter symbol.
Yes.
Should we go for it?
Sure.
Plutonian cynocephalus, dog-faced ape.
Yeah. If there was anything else you saw that you wanted to it says the Sphinx is the elemental being guided by higher consciousness.
Yes, and this one says that the Sphinx can be considered nothing less than the super consciousness.
Ooh.
Sattva, the philosophic Mercury, sits
Right.
above.
Mm-hmm. The cynocephalus is body of the faithful ape linked with the head of a form almost human, means the words which we use. So that's the association with thought and the writing.
And then, all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. We could go on and on.
We could go on, but we're not going to, not right now. We're going to carry on with the temple and the meditation.
Sure.
And just a reminder here that after, so that was our discussion of the information. We're going to do our temple, which is the Rose Cross ritual as a circle, which is actually a sphere around us. And then the supreme invocations of the pentagrams is our circle, is our quarters, and then we'll have the middle pillar exercise and the meditation time and a close, and then we'll turn off this video and promptly start another one for the discussion of the meditation.
Yes.
Time. So. And today we have I've done up an invoking Unicursal Hexagram of Jupiter.
Which I did post. I put that on the Facebook post.
That's great. So we're going to do that as well.
Because we have a planet again. And why
This
is it we have a
associated with
planet now, David?
Well, a few of the, okay, each of the,
Pull yourself in a little bit. Nobody can see you.
each of the paths, of course, the first 10 paths are the spheres, the Sephiroth.
Right.
So 11 through 21 are the paths, the actual paths, which are all associated with the 22 major trumps of the tarot. Of course, we just have, because the 0 is one as well. So each of these paths and Hebrew letters are associated with an astrological thing. So, and of course, these as associations were figured out before the modern planets were discovered. So Uranus was discovered in like 1770s, then Neptune in 1840, Pluto in 1930s. So all post these.
The Tree of Life.
So that only gives us 9 planets.
Okay.
If I got that right. I hope I got that right. Well, I'm just going to come through them. So the sun is associated, I believe, with the sun card. The moon is actually associated with the high priestess, as we recall. Mm-hmm. The Wheel of Fortune is associated with Jupiter. The Tower is associated with Mars. And is not, the High Priestess is associated with Venus. Mercury is associated with the Magician, I believe. And Saturn is associated with, I'm going to have to look this up now.
Sorry.
Because Capricorn is, I was thinking Capricorn is the devil, not Saturn is the devil. Oh, Saturn is the world.
Yeah.
Universe. So, so each Hebrew letter / tarot trump is associated, and path is associated with either a sign or a planet.
A sign or a planet.
And then there's 3 that aren't associated with a sign or a planet. These are called the mother letters. So there's 3 mother letters. Aleph, the Fool, is the mother letter for air. The Hangman, Mem, is the mother letter for water. And Judgment, Shin, is the mother letter for fire. Mm-hmm. So this one is associated with the planet Jupiter, which means we can do a Jupiter invocation.
Thank you for that.
For what that was a struggle, but I managed it. So okay.
Although you said that the High Priestess was Venus and the Moon.
Empress is Venus.
Empress, okay. Thank you.
The moon is Pisces.
Maybe I misheard you.
And then the moon card is associated with Pisces.
Yeah.
Access to this system.
Lights, camera.
Lights, camera. I'm unplugged.
I can't help that.
I'm just saying. It's come undone.
Little musical interlude.
It was too late.
You really are very patient with us. Thank you. We appreciate you viewing our.
Okay, how's my angle? Let's get it to the
Not
altar. Well, I can leave it on you.
Can you?
No. Whoa!
I think we generally leave the overhead light on until the circle is drawn.
Okay.
It's just
You're
not
right.
to be that dark.
All right, here we are. I brought my big stick.
Oh boy. Oh man. Okay.
Just want to give it a shake. That's it.
I'll just
I'm just going to
Oh,
put that over
okay.
here.
Ah.
Sorry. I don't use my little blue stick here for this. Okay. So. To the goddess and the god. Black and white candles. And this evening we are conducting a pathworking on Kaf, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Ready? Ready. Ate, Malkuth, the Gabora, the Gadula, Leola'am, Amen. Hekes, Hekes, Estebebeloi. Boom. The Rose Cross. Yeheshua. 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 Up. Yeheshua. 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 Yehovah Shah. Yod. Hey. Shin. Vov. Hey. Ayanara, Yod, Nun, Resh, Yod, sign of Osiris, slain. El, the sign of the morning of Isis. V, the sign of Typhoon Apophis. X, the sign of Osiris, risen. L, V, X, Luke's, light, light of the cross. Virgo, Isis, mighty mother. Scorpio, Apophis, destroyer. Soul, Osiris, slain yet risen. Isis, Apophis, Osiris. Iau. Yexapeo koemananta biteoem. May the divine light descend. And the divine light descend. Ate, Malkuth, Vegabora, Vegadula, Leola Am. Amen. Okay, I was thinking, could have warned you, but did I show you? What ones did I give you?
Fire and
Earth,
south and north.
Would you do them?
Yes.
Four quarters, starting in the east. Exarpeye. Oro iba eozodpi. Yehovah, Yehovah. Hail Raphael, angel of the east in air.
To the south. Vitom Eheye. Oiptia pedoche. Elohim. Hail Michael, Archangel of the South and Fire.
water in the west. Eko emma agla agla. Empe arsel gayol al al. Hail Gabriel, Archangel of water in the west.
Thank you. Earth. Nanta Agala Imordial Hectega Adonai Hail Uriel, Archangel of the North.
Before us, Raphael, to the right hand, Michael, to the left hand, Uriel. Oh, and behind us, Gabriel. As above, so below. About us flames the pentagram, and in the column shines the six-rayed star. Ate, Malkuth, Vegabora, Vegadula, Leolam. Amen. Also, let me just read this first. This evening, we are traversing the path of Kath, the wheel of fortune, the 10th tarot key, the 21st path of wisdom. Its color violet, sound A sharp, planet associated with Jupiter, meaning fist or grasping fist. Double letter for riches and poverty. Esoteric title, The Lord of the Forces of Life. The 32 Paths of Wisdom states that the 21st path is the intelligence of conciliation, and is so called because it receives the divine influence which flows into it from its benediction upon all and each existence. To this end, I do invoke energy of Jupiter. All right. Okay, Jupiter. Let's start over here. Aralita. There we are. L. Zadkiel. Chazmalim. Jupiter. Rash. Begin by relaxing, sitting up straight and tall. We're lying flat. Try not to cross. No need to cross your arms or legs unless you're in a sitting lotus position. Breathing deep and full while relaxing the body and breathing deeply. Establish the four-square breath, which means to breathe in to a count of four, your own count of four. Pause for a count of four. Breathe out slowly for a count of, same count of four. Pause for a count of four. So this is what you can think of and work on, or if you find your mind wandering, just return to establishing the 4 square breath. This is how we may breathe fully and not hyperventilate. Relaxed pauses. Begin by imagining an orb of scintillating white light on top of the head, top of your own head. It is the pure source light, light before polarization. Its God name is Aheye. Imagine the light energy descending from the sphere atop the head, in through the head, through the top of the head, and to form a lavender orb of light in the throat area. Use the God name Yehovah Elohim. Yehovah Elohim.
Yehovah Elohim.
Yehovah Elohim.
Yehovah Elohim.
Imagine the light coming into the body to form a golden yellow orb of light, a shining orb of light behind the solar plexus. It's the light of love. Yehovah Elovadaaf. Yehovah Elovadaaf.
Yehovah Elohim.
Imagine the light energy descending to form a purple orb of light in the groin area. Light of life. God name is Shaddai El Kai. Shaddai El Kai.
Shaddai El Chai.
Imagine the light energy descending with the legs to form a russet orb of light at the feet. Light of form. Adonai Haaretz. Adonai Haaretz. Adonai Haaretz. Four square breath. Bring your attention to the light atop the head. On the exhale, imagine light energy passing down through the left side of the body to the feet. On the inhale, imagine light energy coming up from the feet along the right side, through the right leg, the right side of the body to the top of the head. Exhale, light energy down the left. Inhale, light energy up the right. On the exhale, bring the light energy down over the front of the body. On the inhale, bring the light energy up along the ankles, calves, along the back of the body to the top of the head. exhale light energy down over the front, through the front of the body. Inhale light energy up along the back of the body to the top of the head. On an inhale, collect the light energy at the light orb of light at the feet. And on the exhale, release the light energy up through the middle pillar, through these chakras, through the top of the head, that the light may fountain down around again and be collected on the inhale at the feet. And launch the light energy up through the body on the exhale. Now from this vantage point, think of the associated images, colors, sounds, symbols. As we ask to be shown the path of Kaf, Wheel of Fortune.
Come on back, everybody.
I thank the guardians of the quarters, energies and intelligences called and drawn to this ceremony. The north, Uriel. The west, Gabriel. The south, Michael. The north, the east, Raphael. Go if you must, stay if you will. We appreciate your blessings and your empowerment. So mote it be. And that's closed, and we'll start the tape again, the show again momentarily.